Hello and welcome to episode 56 of Rebuilding Chelsea on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, two games for you. In the first match will be at Wembley in the FA Community Shield against Manchester City, and in match number two we'll be at home to Arsenal in the Premier League. So let's get straight into it, and the team to face Manchester City is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team for the Community Shield, and it is Dennis Simon in goal for the injured Unai Simon. Back four of Owen Veindel, Antonio Silva, Pau Torres and Vanderson. Jude Bellingham at the base of midfield. Kefren Turam and Mason Mount ahead of him. Ansu Fati on the left. Ez Abde on the right. And Benjamin Sesko up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well, my assistant is recommending these fans have been fantastic for us. They're the ones who pay your wages. Go out there and win it for them. Given that this is the first game of the season, I'm not sure that's an appropriate response. So I am going to go with pumped fists. Go out there and impress me. And let's get the match underway and see if they can. So here we go, we're underway at Wembley, and hopefully we can come away with a good result, but it is a Manchester City highlight first up. Bernardo through to Haaland, shoots, and Dennis Simon makes the save, doesn't hold it, so it will be a Manchester City corner, and it will be an outswinger from Bernardo to the far post. Header is from a defender, so it's another corner, so another outswinger from Bernardo, and this time it's gone all the way through and it's out for a Manchester City throw-in, and the highlight comes to an end. So with 10 minutes just about on the watch, City have started the better. I think we need to demand more. And it is Ake to Marino, back to Ake, who comes forward with it, finds Rodrigo, back to Laporte, Marino to Laporte, Rodrigo, into Haaland, finds Vanna, and it's played through, and Dennis Simon gets a little lucky, uses the post to help him complete the save, and then launches it down the middle. Laporte wins the battle up top, and City break again. Baku crosses, it's deflected to Vanna, and he shoots wide. So we're getting away with it at the moment, but we won't get away with it for much longer. Veindel into Fati. So Mount dispossessed. Turam wins it back. Can he get a cross in? He does pick out Bellingham. Fati with the shot, and he's hit the crossbar with it. So first big chance to Chelsea, and that's missed too. Manchester City clearly on top and in the ascendancy after 25 minutes. So another demand more definitely needed. We are struggling to make an impact on this game, although Vanna's gone off for Manchester City. He's been one of the key aggressors, although if we look at the match momentum, there's not been that much in it. Manchester City, yes, they've been on top, but they've hardly been overwhelmingly dominant. And there we go, half time, it is 0-0. I think given the first half we've seen, we'll take that. Right. I'm going to say not happy, and we're going to make some changes to try and shift the momentum. Not sure how many subs we get, but it will be the usual 3 substitute windows plus the half time, obviously. So Bellingham's shattered and going to come off. Botman will replace him as a direct replacement. Mason Mount is also tired, So we'll bring on Xavi Simons in there. And also Ansu Fati is tiring on the left hand side, so Evan Nielsen will come on for him. And I think we need a change up front as well. Sesko's had little in the way of impact. And we'll bring on Makoku. And let's go out there for the second half with only one substitution remaining. I think we're going to have to use that late on for any fitness related issues. Haaland with a Manchester City free kick on 50 minutes. And Dennis Simon makes the save at the expense of a corner. And it is Bernardo with the outswinging corner to the far post, headed away. City keep it alive, but we do get it clear. Baku, and the highlight comes to an end, but there's immediately another one. Ake to Bernardo. Marino, it's into Vinicius Jr. Simons wins it back. Pau Torres back to Dennis Simon. Antonio Silva to Thuram. Silva to Veindel this time. Silva into Thuram, all the way back to Simon in goal. Dennis Simon plays it short to Silva, to Pau Torres, into Xavi Simons, turns it round the corner. Vanderson loses out to Vinicius Jr., who shoots, and Dennis Simon makes a good save, but again we've conceded another corner. So I think we need in fact we'll go and encourage this time. Headed away. Bernardo cuts in field, finds Ruben Diaz. It's cleared, but only as far as Ake. And the shot is high and wide. So highlight comes to an end. It remains 0-0. We're getting away with it somewhat. Manchester City well on top. This time it's a Chelsea highlight though, and it's crossed in, but the shot is a weak one and Ederson saves easily. So attention begins to shift to who the first one to come off, or who the final substitution is going to be, I should say. And I think it's going to be Antonio Silva. And coming on is going to be Reece James at the back. And it's the departing Silva in possession. Finds Vanderson. Is this going to be his last contribution into Abde, who is dispossessed? Wilson Esbrand comes forward. He's dispossessed by Xavi Simons. Botman has played over the top for Makoku to chase. He won't get there. It's back with Ederson, who goes for the long clearance downfield. Veindel wins the header. Finds Evan Nielsen. Botman to Silva. It's given away though. And Haaland for Manchester City finds Julian Alvarez. And it's a penalty to Manchester City. Not sure who committed the foul. Haaland with the chance to give City the lead. Simon goes the right way but can't keep it out. And it is Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. And we will make the change. We might as well go attacking. We've got nothing to lose now. Demand more. And it's put behind for a Manchester City corner. We're into stoppage time, so Julian Alvarez, right-footed in-swinger, and it's to the far post, and it's headed behind for another corner, and we don't get to see it, and there is the full-time whistle. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. I'll be back in a moment to show you the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and a home Premier League game against Arsenal. Team for this one is Unai Simon back in goal, Back four is Owen Veindel, Sven Botman, Antonio Silva and Reece James. Jude Bellingham is at the base of midfield, Kefren Turam and Mason Mount ahead of him, Ansu Fati on the left, Yusufa Moukoko on the right, Benjamin Sesko up front. And let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant manager is emphasising how hard fought the rivalry is and that we should go out there and play for the fans. This time he's right, so pumped fists, go with it, and let's get out there for the match. So we'll kick things off and see if we can get a good result. I'll pop the Premier League table up there, such as it is at this stage, and we will see if we can get a win to start the league campaign. So 15 minutes in, Arsenal have had the better of it, so let's demand more and see if we can manage to change things. It is Martinelli though, he's beaten his man and he's been robbed by Reece James, who clears but only as far as Zinchenko. Ødegaard to Saka, who hits the crossbar, and Silva clears and the highlight comes to an end. So not the ideal start we were looking for. Sesko's having a poor match up front, so he's likely to be one of the ones under consideration to be removed. We've got a throw in though, Bellingham with the cross from that. Thuram wins his header, Bellingham into Botman, and it loops up into the arms of Mike Maignan, the Arsenal goalkeeper. Maignan goes long, straight down the middle, and Gabriel Jesus finds Zinchenko, but we've won it back. Mason Mount plays it into Moukoko, and probably should have looked for a pass there. Didn't, went for the shot too high. And it does look like we're going to go in at half time at 0-0. So we're just awaiting confirmation of that. And there we go. Half time is 0-0. So we can make some changes. Not good enough, I'm afraid. And obvious change. Benjamin Sesko needs to come off up front. So he'll come off for, in this case, Evan Nielsen. We'll try Ansu Fati on the right. That's fine. And then we can put Moukoko up front. And that makes the best use of all three of them. Thuram is beginning to tire. So he'll come off for Ugarte, I think, or possibly Simon. Xavi Simons. We'll do that change. And the third change is going to be at the back. Silva for Pau Torres. And let's get out there and see if we can do better in the second half. So we've got two more changes remaining. We'll demand more. And immediately, Evan Nielsen's lasted all of 2 minutes before picking up an injury. So Abde's going to have to come on, or is he? In fact, yes, I'll bring Abde on. That's fine. So that's our fourth change. And that's far earlier than I wanted to make it. Saliba with the free kick for Arsenal finds White. White into Ødegaard. Plays it over the top for Martinelli. Into Enzo Fernandez. And he has put Arsenal ahead. And it is Chelsea 0, Arsenal 1. So not the start we're looking for. We'll go attacking. Owen Veindel's corner. And Pau Torres has got his first goal from the corner. It is Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. And I think we will make the final change. In fact, we won't make it yet. We'll wait. I'll wait till 75 minutes. or just before possibly. And then we will, in fact we'll do it now. There we go, 75.5 minutes on the watch. I think we take Ansu Fati off and bring on João Mario. And we go for it. I don't think we can afford to make a defensive change. I think it's got to be the brave option. We need a win to try and start the season. We've got a really tough run of fixtures to begin with. So we need as many 3-pointers as we can get. Bellingham is in. And Bellingham forces the save. So we get a corner out of it. And Wijndal will take. Last time Wijndal took a corner, we scored from it. And this time Moukoko has committed a foul and got booked for it. So no repeat performance. We'll demand more again. Into 5 minutes of stoppage time. Will there be a winner? Xavi Simons over the top. Moukoko gives chase. Puts Saliba under pressure. Manyan to Coop Miners. Enzo gives the ball away. Abde into Moukoko. On to João Mario. And the keeper is out to block. And we'll get a corner. Wijndal's corner. Headed away. Wijndal pulls it back. And the shot comes in. Torres to Wijndal. Back to Mount. Squares it to Simons. Bellingham shoots. And it's over the top. Big chance goes begging. That may be our last one. Tomiyasu to Ødegaard, who gives it straight back to him. Tomiyasu to Saliba. Gabriel into Enzo. Zinchenko back to Gabriel. Arsenal keeping the ball at the back. Saliba does go long in the end. Wijndal wins the header. And Abde, I think, has won the throw-in. He hasn't. He's given away the throw-in. Tomiyasu with it. Into McAllister. Tomiyasu to Jesus. Wijndal's won it back, but then immediately it's lost. And the full-time whistle goes. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. I'll be back in a moment to show you the league table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table for what it's worth. We've played one match, we've got 1 point obviously, and we're sitting in 11th place in the table. So let's have a look now at when we're going to come back, and I hinted at it on the last episode. We will come back immediately and I'll show you Manchester United away and Brentford away. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.